Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Late Night with Jude Life 2021. Welcome back, guys. Glad to see you. How's everything going? Hey, I'm glad to see you made it back. Listen, I know you guys came into the year with a great idea and a great vision, and a lot of us are following our vision. A lot of us are actually going through it, but there's a few of us that are still kind of stuck in that spot where we just can't seem to we can't get the ball rolling. 2021 ball drop, and it just seems like we can't, whatever we thought about doing, or whatever path we thought about taking, or whatever vision that we had, we just seem to be stuck, and you can't move forward. And the only thing that I suggest is you have to really think about, you are who you are when you got here. You are who you are. Your physical didn't change at all. But you have to ask yourself, did your mind change, or were you able to change your mind? What did you do when that clock hit 12 and the new year began? Were you able to take that time out and focus on the path that you was going to take for the new year? Were you able to sit in a room and just meditate for the first 10 to 15 minutes of that new year, focusing on your aim? Because see, what happens is this. When your mind focuses on something, all of a sudden, when your mind focuses on the thing that you want, all of a sudden the world seems to change. The world changes, believe it or not, according to where your vision is, according to where your focus is, according to where your mindset is. So if you really thought about, sincerely, if you sincerely thought about what you wanted for yourself in that new year, in that new beginning, and you focused on that, your world would change automatically. If it's sincere, you have to really align it to make it a true thing in your vision. But what happens with most of us is that we think about certain things because there's a lot of things going on in our mind, and sometimes it's hard to just grab it and really focus on that one thing. So what happens is we think about so many things at one time in the previous year, in 2020, wanting to do these things in 2021. But what happens is we bring across that threshold all that bad energy. There are some things that you're supposed to leave in 2020. You can't bring it across with you. Because if you bring it across with you, it's going to wear you down. See, this is the reason why you feel heavy right now. This is the reason why you feel stuck right now. Because although you came into 2021 with an idea or a vision, you can't get yourself to execute it in the proper fashion because you brought over the luggage that was negative in the year before. You were supposed to leave that. You were supposed to leave all that other stuff that was wearing you down in that year. And you were supposed to come over fully ready to accept and to go and move forward in the vision that you wanted for yourself. So here it is, you brought over bad luggage. And so now you need to start trying to leave that luggage, whether it be your friends. Sometimes you have to leave your countrymen. Sometimes you have to leave your friends, maybe your family, maybe a relationship. maybe a job. Those things that were toxic and holding you down in 2020, you need to find new beginnings in 2021. Because as you look at yourself in the mirror, you're the same person. You know, you're trying to change the top layer. But you can't just change the top layer. I know you got brand new clothes, you did your hair, you got your makeup, you were prepared, and that's a good start. It's a great start, but it's just not the top layer. See, because there's many layers to you as an individual. There's many, many different layers to yourself. So you have to peel those layers back, man. Peel them back. If you're having a hard time, and listen, again, I'm not here to be a savior or your knight in shining armor, but if I can afford and I'm able to give you a guiding light, then that's what I want to do. It's all about you. It really is. So peeling back the layers, that's the first step. You have to be true to you and true to what you really want. See, because if you can't do that, then you're going to find yourself in the same exact place that you didn't want to be the previous year. See, in 2021, it's time to fix yourself, man. Woman, child. It's time to fix who you were. That's the whole purpose of growth. That's the whole purpose of expansion. You see, when you made that resolution back in 2020, you made a firm statement. So you made a firm statement as to what you were going to do and what you were not going to do. And when you came into 21 with it, you brought the statements over with you, but you also brought the unwanted things. And sometimes it's hard to leave the unwanted things behind. But those unwanted things are those things that's going to be in your path that is righteous, your path. You need to start thinking about your path and leave everything else behind. So let's start off with this. Here's what I suggest. Let's start over again. If you're listening to this, if you're watching this, if you know anybody who wants this, let's just start over and put yourself back in the room. Back in that room that you were supposed to be in when the clock strikes 12. Put yourself back in that room. And what you're going to do is you're going to fix that room. That's it. Look at the room and say to yourself, what can I do to make this room different? What can I do to change the appearance of this room so that it functions a little differently? And you'll find, whether it's to change the TV around or you change the chair or the bed around, you sit in that room and you figure out what can you do to make it feel different upon entering the room. And you start off with that. For crying out loud, maybe you start off with making your bed if you don't do that already. It's just a small detail. You see, it's the small details in our lives that we overlook. The little details, the everyday things that we do, and we overlook those things because it's just so regular to us. The waking up in the morning, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, taking a shower, going to make breakfast, so and so, getting your day started. Those little details that we don't think about are the details that we can just tweak a little bit that'll change our whole mindset, change our whole vision, make everything different for us. See, every moment of your life is what I'm trying to say is critical and important. The thing is that we just do it so often that we don't think it's critical. We don't think it's important. So let's start off. Change one small detail. Instead of waking up in the morning at 6:30, wake up in the morning at 6:15. Give yourself 15 minutes to get up and just stretch and think and evaluate. That small change, that 15-minute change, can be the whole variable that changes your mindset and puts you back on the right path. That BIC, lights the fire under you. Be intentionally consistent. So you wake up at that 15 minutes earlier. That might change. Instead of having 2 cups of coffee, you have 1 cup of coffee. Change the smallest things. The smallest things that we change will definitely flip the universe around for us as we maintain aim and vision and focus on what we want. We're having a lot of problems. It's a difficult thing. I know it is. There's a few people that say, "Hey, man, thanks for that talk. I like what you're saying. I was able to change. I was able to move forward. I was able to map out my life. I was able to have a vision and work on it consistently. My vision, I was able to plan it out. I implemented the 3 E's. Becoming efficient, energetic. I was able to do these things. And I'm starting the new year off great. I put my physical self into action. I made a map for myself. I'm following in it. I created a vision board. I'm following the steps that I want to follow. They left the luggage behind. They left the dead weight behind in 2020. And that's what I need you guys to do. So in 2021, we're going to fix ourselves. And before you know it, you're going to see things just falling into place properly. Don't fall victim to self-pity. Don't do that. If you fall victim to self-pity, you're going to ruin yourself in this new year. It's a brand new time. It's a brand new beginning. It's a brand new start. Clean slate. You're reinventing yourself right now. You're going through a new process. The process that you're going through is going to be great when you see the outcome of it. You see, this is the way I need you guys to think. I need you to think that way. It's all about the mindset that we're talking about. There's certain things in life that must be done. Or else, if not, you're going to fall behind the 8 ball. And one of the things that must be done is you cannot self-pity. You cannot. Because if you do that, you will find yourself behind the 8 ball. And when you're behind the 8 ball, you don't have a shot. You can't get a clear shot when you're behind the 8 ball. You're going to start dealing and wanting and hoping to get a trick shot in and hope things are going to happen and wish things are going to happen rather than making the things happen. You don't want to be in that position. You want to be in a position where you're aligned straight for that shot. A guaranteed shot. A shot where at least you have a chance. You see what I'm saying? The first thing you need to do is sit yourself in a room and think about what you brought over that needs to be brought back or left. That weight. There's no more fear. There's no more anxiety. It's about courage. It's about understanding. It's about listening to yourself. It's about following your conscience. You see what I'm saying? It's about your life. It's about your legacy. It's about your leadership. Those 3 things. This is what you're looking for. Reinforcing your foundation, reinforcing your mindset, changing your mindset, becoming a visionary, looking forward to where you want to be and what you want to do and how you want to go about doing it, and following your plan. But first and foremost, you need to aim right. You need to be sincere with the aim. And you need to think about it and watch your world turn. Listen, I appreciate you guys coming through. This is something for you. I know a lot of you enjoyed the new year coming in, and a lot of you are focused, but we still have some of our friends out there and some of our family members out there, and some of our acquaintances or co-workers out there who are just not quite in that flow and that momentum. I appreciate you guys listening to this video. As always, I wish my talks help you out. Starting off for 2021 is going to be a great, beautiful year for yourself, and keep listening. And if you like it, hit the like button. If you want to say some comment, I do respond to the comments of people that ask me certain questions. I do respond to them. I try to get to all of them. But thank you very much, and listen, be good.